China. Tea in China is considered the origin of all tea culture, with a history that goes back thousands of years to ancient dynasties. It is believed that tea was first discovered during the time of Emperor Shennong, when leaves accidentally fell into boiling water. Over time, tea became deeply tied to Chinese philosophy, daily life, and traditional medicine. The preparation is often precise and ceremonial, especially in the gongfu tea method, where small teapots and multiple short infusions are used to bring out layered flavors. Chinese tea is usually made without milk or sugar, allowing the natural taste of the leaves to stand out. Common types include green tea, black tea, oolong, white tea, and pu'er, each processed differently to create unique textures and aromas. Ingredients are minimal, typically just high-quality tea leaves and water, though sometimes herbs or flowers are added. The focus remains on purity and balance rather than strong flavors. What makes Chinese tea special is its variety and depth. Each region produces different kinds of leaves based on climate and soil, resulting in subtle differences in taste. Japan. Tea in Japan developed from Chinese traditions but evolved into something more structured and ritualistic over time. It became closely connected with Zen Buddhism, especially through the Japanese tea ceremony known as shinoyu. This ceremony is less about drinking tea and more about mindfulness, discipline, and harmony. The most famous Japanese tea is matcha, which is a finely ground green tea powder. Instead of steeping leaves, the powder is whisked into hot water using a bamboo whisk, creating a smooth and slightly thick drink. Other types include sencha, genmaicha, and hojicha, each offering different flavors and aromas. Ingredients are simple, usually just tea and water, although genmaicha includes roasted rice, adding a nutty taste. Japanese tea stands out because of its texture and preparation style. Matcha, in particular, has a creamy feel and a strong, slightly bitter taste. The emphasis is on simplicity, precision, and a calm experience, making tea an important part of both daily life and cultural identity. India. Tea in India has a different story, shaped largely by colonial history and mass production. While tea plants are native to parts of India, large-scale cultivation began under British influence in regions like Assam and Darjeeling. Over time, tea became a daily habit across the country, especially in the form of chai. Indian chai is typically made by boiling tea leaves with milk, water, sugar, and a mix of spices such as ginger, cardamom, cloves, and cinnamon. This creates a strong, rich, and flavorful drink that is very different from the lighter teas of East Asia. Variations exist across regions, with some areas preferring stronger spice blends and others focusing on sweetness. What makes Indian tea unique is its bold taste and widespread presence. It is not just a beverage but a social connector, often shared during conversations, work breaks, and travel. The combination of spices and milk gives it a comforting and energetic quality that defines everyday life in India. Morocco. Tea in Morocco is closely tied to hospitality and tradition, especially through the famous mint tea. This tea is often referred to as Moroccan whiskey, not because of alcohol, but because of its importance in social gatherings. It combines strong green tea with fresh mint leaves and a generous amount of sugar. The preparation involves brewing green tea, adding mint and sugar, and then pouring the tea from a height into small glasses. This pouring technique helps to mix the ingredients and create a light foam on top. The taste is sweet, refreshing, and slightly herbal, making it suitable for both hot and warm climates. Moroccan tea is unique because of its balance of sweetness and freshness. It is not just about taste, but also about presentation and ritual. Serving tea is seen as a sign of respect and welcome, making it a central part of Moroccan culture. Turkey. Tea in Turkey is an essential part of daily life and hospitality. Although tea arrived later compared to China and India, it quickly became the most consumed beverage in the country. Turkish tea culture developed around strong black tea grown mainly in the Black Sea region. The tea is prepared using a special two-tiered kettle called a çaydanlık. Strong tea is brewed in the upper pot, while hot water sits below, allowing people to adjust the strength of their drink. It is usually served in small tulip-shaped glasses, without milk, but often with sugar. The flavor is strong, slightly bitter, and very smooth. Turkish tea stands out because of how frequently it is consumed and how it is served. It is offered to guests, shared in markets, and enjoyed throughout the day. The method of preparation and presentation reflects a deep sense of community and tradition. Canada. Tea in Canada reflects a mix of British influence and modern lifestyle habits, making it both traditional and flexible at the same time. While coffee is very popular, tea still holds an important place, especially in colder regions where warm drinks are preferred. The culture of tea in Canada developed through British settlers, but over time it adapted to local tastes and multicultural influences. Canadian tea is usually simple in preparation, often using black tea served with milk and sometimes sugar, similar to the United Kingdom. However, herbal teas and flavored blends are also widely consumed, including chamomile, peppermint, and fruit-based infusions. In colder months, people often prefer stronger and warmer blends, while iced tea is also common during summer, sometimes sweetened or mixed with lemon. What makes Canadian tea unique is its balance between tradition and variety. It is not tied to strict rituals but fits easily into everyday life, whether at home, work, or during travel. The wide range of tea choices reflects the country's diverse population and changing preferences, making tea both a comfort drink and a flexible daily habit. United States. Tea in the United States has a different identity compared to traditional tea cultures. While hot tea is consumed, the most popular form is iced tea, especially in southern regions. Tea became part of American history during events like the Boston Tea Party, which symbolized resistance and independence. Iced tea is usually made by brewing black tea, then cooling it and serving it over ice. It is often sweetened, especially in the southern style known as sweet tea. Variations include adding lemon, fruit flavors, or herbal infusions. Ingredients can vary widely, depending on personal preference. What makes American tea unique is its flexibility and adaptation. It is less about tradition and more about convenience and taste. The cold serving style and variety of flavors reflect a modern and diverse approach to tea consumption. United Kingdom. Tea in the United Kingdom became popular during the 17th century and quickly turned into a national habit. It is strongly associated with daily routines such as afternoon tea and tea breaks. British tea culture is influenced by imported tea from colonies, especially India and Sri Lanka. The most common type is black tea, often served with milk and sometimes sugar. Popular blends include English breakfast and Earl Grey, which may have added flavors like bergamot. The preparation is simple, involving steeping tea bags or loose leaves in hot water, followed by milk. British tea is known for its consistency and comfort. It is less about ceremony and more about routine, providing a familiar and calming experience. The addition of milk softens the flavor, making it smooth and easy to drink.